Luckily, these torpedoes haven't been doing that much damage. So that'll minimize the flooding. There's more coming, but oh, we just lost. Oh, that's a flash fire. No, that's bad. That's real bad. Welcome back, everybody. Time for some more Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. And rather than doing a viewer-submitted custom mission, this actually was a viewer idea. And somebody said, you know, why don't you do a battle with a fleet and put everything else on AI, and you are just the captain of one ship. So I thought that'd be fun, and I thought I'd give it a try. So we're going to go with 1925, 20,000 meters, 3 battleships, 5 heavy cruisers, 5 light cruisers, and 5 destroyers on each side. In fact, just to make it a little more interesting, let's go ahead and add a few more light cruisers and destroyers on the French side. I will be the captain of one German battleship, and we're going to see what happens. So I've always been a fan of the Tirpitz, so I thought I'll go with that name, even though that was a name that was actually used later on. We'll go ahead and max this thing out. We'll keep the range at medium just to be kind of fair and consistent. And, you know, somebody asked me, too, if I would go ahead and actually show myself building. I don't always do that. I like to get right into the action, but this time we'll go ahead and do that. We'll go ahead and talk through the build a little bit. I always like to have the most advanced tower whenever possible because it gets you the best accuracy, best aiming speed, best damage control, kind of the best of everything. And since finances are not an issue, there's no reason not to do that. I don't like when there's kind of this space in between the two here. So I think we're good there. I want to see what guns are available as far as mains go. We can go all the way up to 17-inch guns. I'm not sure that I want to go that high because those are Mark 1s and they're going to be pretty inaccurate. I want to look at so we're starting at 20,000 meters. I want to look at what's going to be not only the most accurate, but the most efficient at that time. At 14s, we're at Mark 3, so it's better technology. I feel like that's probably where we want to go. It's a 60-second reload time. It's a good muzzle velocity. It's actually, let's go ahead and switch what kind of shells we're using so we can see more accurately what we're facing. I think I'm going to go ahead and go with high TNT. I like to do that whenever possible. So at high TNT, we're looking at 20,000 meters, 13 inches of belt penetration, 0.9% accuracy. It's actually a little better accuracy when you go up to the 16s, but not nearly the firepower. So I'm going to go with triple 14s. And we're going to throw 2 on the front and 2 on the rear. That's not so bad. The aft weight offset a little bit. We'll see where that's at when we're all done. We may have to move everything up just a hair. In fact, maybe that's what we'll do now, because we could actually move the whole tower and just center everything a little better. There, that gives us a little more where we want to be. Let's go with tall funnel 1. Yeah, geared turbines 2 works for me. Forced boilers, oil. Let's see where we're at on. That's only 80% engine efficiency. We really need a second funnel. I'm just not sure we're going to get it. So maybe we just need to drop a little speed. I hate only being at 25 knots, but it may just be where we need to be. Turtleback armor, being German. So here's the tricky part. Where do we go with the rangefinders? Do we want a coincidence 5 or a stereoscopic? I think I'm going to go with the stereoscopic. There's no radar in 1925. We're definitely going to want sonar so we can spot those torpedoes as quickly as possible. I definitely want some anti-torpedo. I want to max my barbettes as much as possible. I want to be as efficient with my engines as I possibly can. I'd like to max out the bulkheads. Krupp 4 on the armor. We're going to make this thing as indestructible as it can possibly be. We do need to think about secondaries. We're facing a lot of escort ships out there, so 8-inch are just going to be too big. We're probably going to need to go down to 6s to try and squeeze something even on that. That's just not... This tower doesn't work with that. We're going to have to go with casemate guns. Oh, we can go all the way up to 8s with the casemate guns. Let's throw a bunch of those bad boys on there. We can actually even put a couple up here, too. It's a little bit of a 4-weight offset, but not a lot. I definitely want some underwater torpedo launchers. I might even... Nah. Historically, battleships didn't really have too many above water tubes, so I'm not going to stray too far on that. I don't know if we can squeeze any 4-inch guns up here anywhere. Looks like we can. We gotta be careful we don't mess with these too much. All right, those ones are gonna have to go. Okay. Let's go with bigger torpedoes. And let's go with fast. I love the fast torpedoes. I love what they offer. It doesn't leave me a lot of room for additional armor, which concerns me a little bit. I definitely want to put some more on my guns. But unfortunately, yeah, I'm just not going to be able to do a lot in terms of armor. I may have to drop something. How much do these secondaries weigh? Each one of them only weighs 21 tons, so it's not a huge deal, really. So I think I'll sacrifice a little bit on the engines just to gain a little bit more weight. There's actually a lot there. So we're going to go down a little bit on range. I don't want to be ridiculous with that, though. That'll give me a little more that I can do here. But we're still not going to have a ton of protection. But this is 1925. I don't need to have an awful lot of protection. I think with everything else that I've got protected, I'm going to be in good shape. All right, so let's go ahead and dive in with this Tirpitz and see how this goes. Big fleet action. So here we go. Here's what we're facing from the French. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead right away and take on the role of the Tirpitz. We're going to separate her from the rest of everything else. And then we're going to make everybody else AI controlled. Let them do whatever they want, however they want. And that leaves me in command of the Tirpitz. Now, I don't want to screen, I want to follow. So for now, I'm going to go ahead and just follow these guys in whatever they're doing. That's my battleship right there. It's pretty nice looking. A little weird with the secondaries the way that they are, but that's not a bad look. Now we just need to wait for the action to commence. Alright, we didn't have to wait long. We've already spotted the enemy. Let's go ahead and take a look and see what we're facing. That's a nice French battleship right there. Those things are going to be pretty top-notch. Somebody landed a hit already. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and stop following them, but I am going to largely kind of mimic their moves as best I can, just so we can kind of stay in somewhat of an orderly fashion. I am going to go ahead and drop my speed so we can get that cruise speed bonus, but I want to turn, man, so we can get all 4 turrets firing as quickly as we can, because we're already closing. We're inside of 20 kilometers now. And the range on these is 22. Everybody's going different directions. We got the Princess Wilhelm going that way. We got everybody else pretty much going that way. Some of the destroyers are going this way. See if I can cut inside this cruiser without hitting them. We're starting to get our turrets turned around the other way. By the time we fire again, hopefully, well, maybe not, but hopefully soon we get these things firing. I've got 1,200 shells. That should last a good while. There we go. Now they're trying to get their aim set up. A couple of hits happening. We just got to watch. Right now, most of the screening ships are between me and the enemy, so I shouldn't have to worry too much about torpedoes. So no hits for me personally so far. We fired 52 shots, nothing has landed. And you know what? I'm actually not going to click on any of those ships and look at them. I want to do this from the perspective of my ship. Make it as much like I'm the captain as possible. Just do something a little different. I kind of like that idea of doing that. I guess that means I shouldn't be zooming out too much either. Or doing it double time, but we'll deal with that as conditions warrant. So far, our German fleet has definitely had the better of it in terms of hits that have landed, but not in terms of damage caused. I think there's some torpedoes coming. Where's the other battleships? They're up there. Alright, we're really getting the secondaries going now. Still no hits landed for myself out of 128 shots. There's a hit. Didn't do much, but it's a hit. And there's another hit. That was the first decent one. We just lost a light cruiser. What did we lose it to? Torpedoes. Heavy cruiser sank my light cruiser with a torpedo. Way up here. That's not good news. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and... I guess we're already targeting some of his smaller ones. Another torpedo hit for him. Man, we're just not landing quality hits on anything right now. I might have to switch it up to a smaller target. Just see what happens. No, I don't want to go that way. Oh, a torpedo hit on one of my battleships. Saxon. Looks like 2 torpedo hits on one of their ships. We don't know what though. It just says question mark. we landed a few more hits on something. I didn't catch what it was. I just see the damage. So far, just the one ship sunk on either side. There's another torpedo hit, though, for us. Destroyer on destroyer, it looks like. Where are the battles? The battleships are circling around. I'm going to switch targets again. This guy's a little closer here. Thankfully, none of the battleships seem to be firing at me so far. Oh, and that worked out because I just landed a big hit right off the bat for 1,000 damage on that light cruiser. That worked out real nice. I got to be careful though. I don't want to get outside of the protection of my screens. There's some torpedoes out here, but those were obviously aimed at the battleships before they turned. There's somebody firing on me, but it's a small ship and he's not doing much. I've landed 11 hits out of 500 that I've fired. It's going to get a little difficult to land much while we're turning like this. You can see the hit we take to accuracy for maneuvering. Plus a lot of his ships are in smoke screens right now. What's our distance? Oh, there's some torpedoes coming. There's another big hit. I think on the same target. That might be enough to get him. Looks like another torpedo hit too. Oh, maybe it wasn't the same target. I think that was somebody else that landed that hit. Torpedo. Hey, there's his first light cruiser down. So we're both down a light cruiser now. Gonna have to do a lot better than that though. Gotta swing way around to stay with all these battleships. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know if they know what they're doing. I just need to stay behind my cover. I can't be out front taking torpedo direct hits. Let's cut this thing as quick as we can. We're gonna start swinging these turrets around the other way. Oh, we have an Isa now. It's a cruiser. Oh, we lost another light cruiser. Torpedo hit 2,500 damage. So the torpedoes are doing the damage on my ships right now, not the battleships. And now we got to swing these turrets all the way around. Boom. There's another light cruiser for them, so it's 2 apiece. I need to get a sinking on somebody. I feel like I'm not doing nearly enough. Let's go after that. Try and target the ones that are down. I've got to keep an eye on my shells and make sure that I save enough to go after the battleships. Actually, if I'm going after cruisers, I should be making sure that I'm using high explosive shells. I probably am anyway. No, I don't think I was. Take out the one that's almost dead already. It looked like there were some torpedoes heading for the Hessen. I hope he didn't get hit. It doesn't get hit. Boom. Nice. Alright, now we're talking. That was a good hit by me. Let's keep using those HE shells. Try to take out a couple more of his escorts. Remove the escort protection. Just got to keep an eye out on my number of shells. And at some point when I get the chance to go to the battleships. So I've only taken one hit for 0 damage. Nobody's really targeted me so far. I know, be careful what you ask for. Or what you wish for. Is that me that just got hit? No sooner had I said that than a torpedo that apparently I was not paying attention to and never saw hit me right in the center of my ship. I don't know how I missed that. It didn't do much damage. Torpedo hit for one, oh, 2 torpedo hits for our ships. There's a destroyer down. Really, the fleets aren't getting that close to each other, which is kind of interesting. I'm surprised by that. I expected they would have gotten closer, especially the escorts. What is that? That's the Freya. Can you not run into me, please? I'm trying to take out the Duquesne right now. Not getting any hits at the moment. There's another big torpedo hit for our side. So far, the damage has been pretty well on our side. We've caused 5,000 more damage than his side has. There, we got a hit on the Duquesne. Those are my 8-inch guns. I need to land a big 14-inch hit though. Still nothing. Where are the other battleships? Over here. Switch up. I'm gonna go after this one that's almost sunk. Oh boy, I just rammed a destroyer. Luckily that doesn't do anything right now. That was probably a destroyer that was sunk. We hadn't identified it yet, so we think it's a torpedo boat, but he doesn't have any of those. No, don't target the battleship with those. Go after him. Stay going this direction for as long as I can. In fact, we've got some cruisers up here, so I could probably just keep on going this way, so I don't have to turn my turrets around again anytime soon. Plus, we're far enough away that I don't think torpedoes are too much of an issue. Though I am in kind of an open area here. Did we just switch targets again? Oh, it's because we lost sight of the light cruiser. We got a 5% accuracy. I just need one 14-inch shell to land to finish that guy off. 12% accuracy on the 8s. The 8s would probably do it too. That should be enough right there. Yeah, I think I got him. Let's go back after the thing. There we go. He's gone. It'd be nice if you could see an after-action report, so you could see what ship sank which of the enemy, how many sinkings you have, stuff like that. So this is cool. This French ship is called the D'Estaing. Count D'Estaing was one of the French admirals that was most involved in the American Revolutionary War. Him and Comte de Grasse. I think D'Estaing was the one who was executed during the French Revolution. He was guillotined. Alright, we gotta switch over to... We'll go back to auto here. Although we just landed a huge damage hit on that heavy cruiser with HE shells, so maybe we're good to use HE on the heavy cruisers. I've only got 6.4 inches of armor, so yeah, I guess that could probably work. We're getting a little closer and we seem to be doing more damage now. Ooh, there's a hit. 16-inch gun hit me. That's the battleships. They're starting to open up on me now. Let's see if we can hit the Sully. Somebody just hit him. Was that me? Yeah, it was. I landed two 14-inch shells on him, or somebody did. No, that was me. That was Tirpitz. Excellent. I think we sank the Sully. Or nearly so. I gotta be careful. My rudder's broken. They're damaged. We're getting a little closer than I probably would like to the enemy fleet. Let's back up a little bit. I'm getting close and now I'm becoming the focus of his fire. There's some torpedoes coming at me. I gotta be careful of those. Alright, we still didn't finish off the Sully quite all the way. Get aggressive with our torpedoes. We have a few. I don't know if I'm in range with them. Oh boy, there's more torpedoes coming. There's a whole mess of torpedoes coming. Let's speed up. Stay straight. Although, actually, maybe I was better off slowing down and turning to the left. Yeah. I don't think I'm going to avoid these two by speeding up. If anything, I'd have been better off to slow down. I'm going to take two here. Oh, boy. Oh, that one I avoided. I'll take the other one in the rear, though. Oh, that wasn't too bad, actually. Could have been a lot worse. I'm a little more worried about this next batch. So, yeah, see, I got way too far out in front of my escorts. And I'm going to pay for it. There's a lot of torpedoes coming at me. Slow down to real time. Wow. This is what I get for getting so far out in front. Luckily, these torpedoes haven't been doing that much damage. But there's only so many of those you can take. Even with the torpedo protection that I have. I'm going to take possibly 3 more here. I did the one thing I wanted to avoid, which was to get out in front and be a target for the torpedoes. Thankfully, these torpedoes are all hitting in the same spot. So that'll minimize the flooding. There's more coming, but oh, we just lost. Oh, that's a flash fire. No, that's bad. That's real bad. Did we just lose the one? I think, no, we lost one. No, we just lost the one. Alright. Let's get back in line. I'm just watching these torpedoes. And I think we're pretty good, assuming we have any kind of maneuverability right now. I haven't been keeping track, so I don't know exactly what's left. That was a heavy cruiser that nailed me with those torpedoes. Now we got to start getting some repairs done. At least we didn't take a lot of flooding. But boy, the back half of my ship is in bad shape. Where's the rest of the fleet? Oh, they're way off over there. There's another destroyer down. I don't think we've lost any capital ships. Not even any heavy cruisers. I gotta stop talking. Every time I say something, it happens. The second I said we haven't lost a heavy cruiser, we lost a heavy cruiser. And it was the one that was way out in front, the Princess Wilhelm. Alright, Tirpitz isn't... Oh, we're just kind of dead in the water right now. Gotta get in behind these destroyers. Are all the light cruisers gone? They are. We lost all 5 light cruisers. Unless there's one out somewhere that... Oh, there they are. There's 3 right here. So we've only lost 2 of them. 2 lights, 1 heavy. I should have just looked down here. We still have all 5 destroyers, both battleships. The Saxon's taken a little bit of damage. Structural damage is the big issue right now. Alright, I'm going to start targeting one of the battleships. We'll get our secondaries on his light cruiser, see if we can finish that off. Got a 37% hit to accuracy because of damage instability. Looks like we just landed some real nice hits on that light cruiser though. Maybe enough to finish him. Yep, we got him. Alright, so now our secondaries are going to switch over to the that damaged heavy cruiser. Now we just lost another light. Alright, I think we're going to have to get turned around. Lest we find ourselves out by ourselves again. In fact, I want to turn this way. So I'm turning away from the enemy rather than toward him. Oh, there goes another heavy cruiser. Not looking good for the German Navy right now. Nothing I can do though, I can't control the other ships. We land a hit there? No, that's not the one we fired. Oh, a torpedo from a destroyer hit the Magnanimity. Gneisenau doesn't get hit by those torpedoes. There's Gneisenau over here. Yep. Oh, Gneisenau's in bad shape. They just got hit by a torpedo and they got more coming at them. I think they might be dead in the water too. This battleship's fighting on me. Oh boy. If he gets a good hit on me, that could be it. I'm actually going to go ahead and switch to targeting this one. There's torpedoes. Oh, I didn't even see those torpedoes. That could be the end for me if that one hits me. Oh, wow. And there's more coming. So I got myself out in the open again because I was going the opposite direction as all the secondaries were. Alright. This is going to be tight. This is the one I'm worried about right here. The rest I'm going to avoid. Alright, I think we're good. There's another set of them coming though. I'm going to try to turn and squeeze myself in between these right here. Avoid these ones, but turn before this one can get me. Whew, I don't know. And then there's more coming behind that. I just don't know with the damage I've suffered if I'm going to be able to turn that well. This one's going to be tight. Real close. And I think we're good. Wow, that was super close. Just going to keep turning until we're turning and facing the other way. Alright. Still, I mean, I've dished out a decent amount of damage. Just nothing on the big ships. He's got 4 of his 5 heavy cruisers left, but they're all severely damaged. I should just knock those out. Look at him. The Sully's almost dead. I think I can't see the 4th one, but the other 3 are all in pretty bad shape. If I could just land a couple of, and we're going to actually switch to HE because that seemed to work. If I can land some HE shots, we might be able to take out all 4 of those heavy cruisers. And then maybe we can gang up on the battleships. There's a 14, a big hit from a 14. I don't know if that was me. It was me. That was the Tirpitz on the Sully. Okay, that was enough to sink the Sully. So we knocked out another one. I'm definitely getting the most sinkings of any of my fleet. There's no way to know that, except from what I've seen. So we're going to target this guy now. I'll trust my other battleships to take out the Duquesne. That's one I was going after earlier. Come on, baby. Oh, we're only getting 1% accuracy right now. That's brutal. 21% damage instability. Plus the inability to get the cruise speed bonus because I can't get much speed. How's the Duquesne? Alright, we're getting repairs done. You can see that damage, instability, hit dropping. And with that, our accuracy hopefully will climb. That should be enough to take out the Duquesne. They got some more hits on them. Maybe not. I'm actually going to switch my secondaries over to firing on Duquesne. Oh, I might not need to. Somebody just landed a big hit on him. The Saxon hit him with the 14-inch. They're going to sink him. Yeah, I think they got him. Alright, that leaves the 3 battleships and 3 heavy cruisers. Against my 3 battleships, myself being pretty severely damaged. We have 2 heavy cruisers or 3? We have 3 heavy cruisers. So we've got all 3 heavy. We've got 3 and 3, so we match up there. Plus we've got all of our destroyers still. There goes Duquesne. We just landed a flash fire. Or was that on the Duquesne? Yeah, I think it was. I need those destroyers to make a run on his battleships, but I can't tell him to do that because I'm not in charge. I am just the captain of the Tirpitz. I guess we'll go up to 5 for now. I think we're good to do that. Oh, there's a hit. Is that us? Yep. Got 581 damage on him. I think we got him. I think he's sunk. Oh, he definitely is now. There we go. So we sank another heavy cruiser. Man, I don't know what the rest of my fleet's doing. I'm sinking ships like crazy. I should have kept track of what all I sank myself. But none of the battleships, and that's what bothers me. I haven't taken out any of his battleships. Don't even see any of the battleships at this point. We'll just take out what we can see. Okay, we can see the fire coming from the battleships. I'm down to just 445 shells, and we're less than 1% to hit. Might need to get a little closer. Just lost sight of them. Alright, we skipped ahead a little bit here because there wasn't a lot happening. We lost sight of most of the ships. There's still a light cruiser on the enemy side that we haven't seen before. But everybody's ganging up on this ship right now, the Foch. And we seem to be dealing with him. He's going after a World War I general. Or she, I should say. Well, once we take them out, it's really just about the battleships and 1 light cruiser. I'm so far back, I keep losing sight. You can see a ton of secondary hits happening from the other battleships. They're going to have him taken out in no time. In fact, I should probably slow down for now until I have a better target. Which now I do. Oh, there goes the Foch. And then one of my destroyers took a torpedo right at the same time. The Foch took one out. Even after dying herself. Or my 18.8 kilometers out. Not good odds. Oh, the battleship BM is on fire. Somebody hit it. So it must be out that way somewhere because they're targeting it now. So maybe we're gonna win this thing after all. And the Hessens landing hits on that battleship. Somebody's firing like crazy on the battleship, but not hitting it. They're getting damage on that thing though. It's way out there. I just can't keep up with the fleet is the problem because I'm so damaged. I'll have to limp back to port after hopefully taking out this cruiser, but I can't seem to catch up to it. Alright, skipping ahead a little more here. I'm really kind of out of action at the moment because I'm so far away from everything. But now we can see most of what the enemy fleet has left. We can see all 3 battleships. He's still got the 1 light cruiser, the D'Estaing. And he's got a heavy cruiser that's taken some damage here. But it seems like right now most of our fleet's action has been to go after the battleship. Although a destroyer just went in at him. I'm saving my shells at the moment because I've only got 256 left. And my aim, my accuracy is so poor right now that I'd rather get in a little closer to where I can really make a difference. I'm just not sure that I'll be able to get that close. We're still 17 kilometers from the nearest battleship. And 13 kilometers from D'Estaing. That might be enough to do something. Maybe we can at least get our secondaries going. Because those we have quite a bit more shells left. So let's get our secondaries firing on D'Estaing. I'm hoping that my fleet will take out that battleship, though they don't seem too inclined to do so at the moment. Got a destroyer that just went all Leroy Jenkins right in there. I'm hoping maybe he's going to try to put some torpedoes on one of these battleships. Right now he appears to be firing with his guns on the light cruiser. See, now the battleships are going after that destroyer. There's no way he makes it out of there alive. Not sure what he was thinking doing that. It's tough watching a friendly captain make a poor decision from a distance and not being able to do anything about it. There's also the chance I could land friendly fire in the midst of all that. Oh yeah, they nailed him. They got him with some really big hits. But I think D'Estaing's probably gone. The other battleships are firing their secondaries on him too. There he goes. Alright, so 4 torpedoes from a light cruiser of ours just nailed one of his battleships. And he's actually got some destroyers that we never sank. They've been hiding in the back the whole time. But it doesn't look like they caused enough flooding. They hit 4 torpedoes, but they all hit in generally the same area. And so I don't think they're going to cause enough flooding to sink her. But we're starting to get a little closer toward the action now. I'm still not going to open up with my big guns, though. Might try to get in there with a couple of torpedoes. Okay, we're down to, what, 13 kilometers now? Might be worth firing. Try to take out that wounded battleship. 5% chance to hit. And most of my damage and stability is gone now. Oh, one of their torpedoes hit one of my battleships. got quite a bit of structural damage. A little closer. Yeah, let's get the secondary fire on these destroyers. Oh, he's coming straight at me now. He's only 6 kilometers away. Oh man, we gotta be careful he doesn't fire torpedoes. Alright, let's slow down now that we're getting closer. Man, I'm still not hitting him. Couple of hits. Oh! He just landed a torpedo on my light cruisers. There goes a destroyer on each side, and it's getting close now. There goes I think his last heavy cruiser. So now it's getting to close action at this point. I gotta be careful because this other battleship's coming straight at me. There goes another light cruiser. It's happening fast and furious now. We gotta hurry up and take this one out so I can go after the other one. Why haven't I fired torpedoes yet? He's got one coming at me. We gotta slow down some more. Man, I got 2 battleships coming straight at me. I don't know what happened that all of a sudden that everybody decided to get in close. I also gotta watch because there's torpedoes from my own fleet coming this way. Let's turn and go broadside on this guy. Man, we're 3 kilometers out. And still can't hit him. Well, we got a couple hits. Oh boy. This is where it gets interesting. Maybe once we get broadside to him, we can get a torpedo in the water. Gotta be able to get these 14-inch shells to penetrate. Now that we're this close. Looks like he's firing on the other side. There, I got a torpedo in the water. Looks like a good chance to hit it too. There's a good penetrating hit. Got flooding across most of the ship. If we can nail him with that torpedo, that might be enough. I'm going to go ahead and switch targets. I'm down to 22%. That torpedo is going to hit. Come on, baby. I still don't think I've caused enough damage to sink him. Careful he doesn't take me out. Yikes. Oh, wow. I just got pummeled. I'm going to sink. Can't seem to return the favor with the shots that I've put on him. I got all 3 battleships within 8 kilometers on me now. Got another torpedo in the water, but they're all opening up on me now. They see that I'm a wounded duck and they're going to finish me off. Come on, I can't see anything. Jeez. Is that a huge spread of torpedoes from that destroyer coming at me? It is. That might do it, folks. That's alright. I did a ton of damage to his fleet before he took me out. There's no way I'm avoiding those torpedoes. Man, I was hoping I would have at least sunk one of the battleships before I died. I still might. I'm going to have one last chance. Actually, I think I might have got him. Hit him. Get that last shot off. Come on. Nah, there I go. Boom. 6 torpedoes. 7 and 8 coming here. I got another torpedo in the water before he took me out. Did I do enough to take out this battleship? I think I did. I think I got him. Okay. I sank a ton of that enemy fleet. I caused 12,000 in damage on 394 hits. Only took half as much. I feel like I did pretty well for myself. Just those torpedoes early on that really hurt me. But let's go ahead and see how this turns out. Alright, so a couple of torpedoes just hit the Magnanime, and there's another spread of torpedoes coming their way. Courtesy of the Freya, and I think they're going to get him. I don't know if that'll be enough to sink it. If they can get a little more flooding going. Oh, the Freya just went down. Courtesy of a 16-inch shell from the Magnanime. And there's more torpedoes coming from this other cruiser, which is also about to be taken out. Those battleships are wreaking havoc on my cruisers. And all the torpedoes pretty much hit in the same spot, so it's not flooding anymore. And more torpedoes coming from that cruiser, although I think only one maybe will hit, if that. And they're about to take out that cruiser. So that's 3 heavy cruisers, the Gneisenau, the last of them, that just went in quick succession. And that leaves this to a 2-on-2 battleship duel. Pretty sure that's all that is left. 2 battleships on each side. We wiped out those 3 heavy cruisers real quick. I wonder what kind of... Oh, wow. The Saxon's out of 14-inch ammo. And so is the Hessen. They have nothing left to damage this guy with. Meanwhile, the French still have 600 16-inch shells. I think this is going to be a French victory because my battleships ran out of ammunition. And that's my fault for not giving them more shells in a big fleet action like this. We'll see if there's any chance they can take these guys out, but I don't think it's going to happen. I think it's safe to say that were this genuinely a fleet action, this is the point at which my battleships would definitely be getting out of Dodge. They've got this guy damaged to the point where he's not going anywhere. They're certainly not going to catch up to my battleships if my battleships decide to run. And the Guiane's probably going to stick around with the Magnanime to just protect them and help them limp back to port. So I'm going to call that what it is, which is basically a draw. But that was fun. That was a different perspective. I might do another one of those down the road. It's just something a little different. Let me know what you guys think of that. Continue to give me your ideas for custom battles, and we'll try to make as many of those happen as we can. Oh, look, there's still a destroyer out there. So let me know your thoughts. Drop a like if you would. We'll see you again soon. Thanks for watching.